How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to be looking at these five Pokemon cards that are actually trending in the upward direction. We got the Raging Bolt EX surpassing $100 again. We got the Pidgeot EX that's trending in the upward direction. We have the Minun and a couple other cards that we're going to be looking at today, and some of them have actually exploded in price. Spoiler alert, it is the Minun from Paradox Rift. But let's go ahead and start with this Raging Bolt EX. We could see, let's go ahead and look at the 6-month data for this card. You can see the liquidity is really great for this card. The volume of sales right here, you're having about 20 to about 50 copies of this card being sold every few months, few weeks. If we look at the last 3 weeks, as the price has gone back up to about $100 recently, we could see about 5 to 10 copies being sold. So when this card was $100, look at all these sales. In January, $94. January 27th, $102. $99 at the end of February, 23 copies sold. And so you're still having about 20 copies being sold for this card. 6 months ago, it was around $72 in October. Managed to reach all the way up to about $108 in December, $94 in January, $102 in January at the end. And so this is about a $108 card to $102 right now. And so it's going to be interesting to see, can this card continue to go up? Will it kind of hit a new stable price point? If we look at the last year, this card has been extremely volatile. Look at this. At some point, you could have got this card for $49. It was trending in the downward direction, and then look how many sales. 103 copies of this card were sold, and this was a year ago. So before demand was really up for Pokemon, Temporal Forces came out, and this was a really playable card at the time, and it's still playable to this day. So we could be getting reprints in the future. But just something to keep in mind that this card is back up to about $100 right now on March 17th. And so, yeah, in October it was $72. So since October, it's up significantly by a whole lot. It's up by like $30 since October. And yeah, we'll see if it stays around $100. Let's go ahead and check out the Pidgeot EX card. This card has actually seen some major gains, not only in the last 6 months. You can see it was volatile at around $15 to $13. Nothing too crazy, but look at this jump right here at the end of January to $15, and then March right here, $17 down to $16. So it's managed to go up from $14 in January to a $16 card, so that technically is still a 23% marginal gain for this card in the past 3 months. I've been saying for a while that this card is actually undervalued. The hit rates in Obsidian Flames are really good. The set itself is a really large set, and so you get a lot of cards from opening packs from Obsidian Flames, and there's so many illustration rares, it might take a while to hit this Pidgeot EX. And so I think over time this Pidgeot EX is going to do wonders. I could easily see this being a $30, $40 card. I've had it in person, and I sold it, I think, for maybe $15 or so at a trade show that I recently got to be a card vendor for the first time. It was an amazing experience. I brought my singles, my PSA slabs, and even sealed product like Shrouded Fable and Evolving Skies packs. And so, wonderful time. And yeah, the Pidgeot EX is still popular. The Pidgey and Pidgeotto as well are popular because a lot of people want to get the full evolution line and complete it, as well as the Gardevoir and Ralts cards. A lot of people want to complete the full line of those three cards with the Curlia. Okay, next we have this Minun that I was kind of hinting at earlier. 3 months ago, it was a $14 card in December, managed to get up to $25 in February, and now it's about a $28 card. So it's still trending in the upper direction. It's up 9% in the last month since February. So $25 card now to a $28 card, and the liquidity is pretty good at about 2 to 6 copies being sold. So now it's a what is that, $28? That's pretty good. The Pidgeot liquidity is also really great. Let's check the last month real quick. About 5 to 10 copies. So I think, these cards have been popular for a while. You can always look at the volume and just see how many copies are being sold. The Minun I didn't think was too popular, but you're still having about 10 copies being sold on average to 20 in the month of March. So illustration rares are hot, and more affordable special illustration rares are starting to go up too, like this Iron Valiant EX from Paradox Rift. It's a really cool card. I've liked this card for a while, and it managed to drop all the way down to about $25, $30. Let's see the last 6 months. 6 months ago, it managed to get down to $19 in October. If we look at the last year, the cheapest this card was in the past year was $19. Before that, in June 2024, it was a $33 card, dropped to $19, so it dropped by about $10. But now it's trending in the upward direction these past 6 months. It's managed to jump to $32 and then jump again right now to $35, with the most recent high being $37. And look at the volume right there. This card is still being bought at $37. There's 30 copies that have sold for $37. So it just goes to show how, affordable special illustration rares that maybe have been, kind of neglected or put on the sidelines and people's choices are starting to pick up in value. The Roaring Moon is about a $60 card, and now the Iron Valiant is starting to go up as well, and it's a $35 card. It's up 7%, almost 8% in the last month. Finally, we're going to leave off with the Gloom illustration rare, another card from Obsidian Flames. 3 months ago, this was a $6 card in December. In January, it jumped up to about $14. The volume right here is about 5 to 10 copies being sold. And now it's kind of trending in the upward direction from $14 up to $16, with still copies being sold. Maybe not as many copies when it was $14, but still copies being sold at $16. Now it's an incredible artwork. It's different. He's just chilling, walking through this pathway. So I could see why collectors are going after this card. So there you have it, everyone. And this is also not the near mint version. My bad, guys. So, okay, this card is actually, it's been going up from $14 to $16, $18. And now it's actually going through a price correction. My bad, you guys. Sometimes the near mint copies, they don't auto put near mint. So if you made it this far, my bad. The Iron Valiant is down slightly from $37 to $35, but you can see it's been trending in the upward direction in February from $32 to $35. And the Minun is fine. Here's the near mint copy. We got all that situated. $28. So the Minun data is all good. $28 card for the near mint copy. The Pidgeot as well, $16 card for the near mint copy. Very high volume for that card, very affordable card. And yes, this is the near mint copy for Raging Bolt. It is $102, and earlier this year managed to get to $108. So it might be a good opportunity to sell these cards if you have these cards, or just kind of check up on these prices for these cards, because if you have them, they are currently going up, and that's great. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.